Hello, Cancer. Welcome in or welcome back to Go with the Flow Tarot. Your overall general energy for this reading, you've actually pulled two cards. You pulled the Lovers along with the Hierophant. So some of you could be getting married, or some of you could be receiving a blessing in love, or you could just be receiving a blessing that regards you to, or not regards, what am I trying to say? Requires you to consult your inner self, because it will end up presenting a choice. So there's that Hierophant in the Lovers in your overall general energy. In your recent past energies, you've pulled the Queen of Cups, which tells me you're following your heart. I always love to see that card. Potentially following your heart could have led to a little wounding, however, because you do have the Nine of Wands in your present energies. That is the Wounded Warrior. In your upcoming energies, you pulled two cards, the Three of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. The Three of Cups meaning the card of community and celebration. Those three ladies are celebrating a harvest. The Four of Pentacles can often say that you're holding on too tightly to something, but with the other cards that have come out, I do believe that this is you celebrating building some stability in your life, whatever that means for you. So, not so bad, not so bad. Let's tap in a little further to find out. I'm seeing the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck, so possibly a spontaneous new mystery in the midst. What would you like to say first about the Hierophant with the Lovers in the overall general energy for Cancer? Thank you. You're gonna receive a blessing that is gonna take you out of a blessing of a person, I would imagine, because this is a guide moving you onto calmer shores away from choppy waters. So that is very, very nice. Great energies. Anything else you'd like to say about the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Six of Swords? Thank you. Could be somebody you already know. Could be a past life connection, but this is the card of nostalgia, looking back on the past fondly. So very, very, very good. And I will say we do have 666 out now, as the Lovers is a 6, the Six of Wands is obvious, or Six of Swords is obviously a 6, and the Six of Cups is obviously a 6. So there's a lot of love in your life right now, Cancer. The other thing too is that this Queen of Cups is your card. So that does immediately put you in a position of power and strength, especially when it comes to following your heart. Excuse me. So I'll tap in really quick to these two, but I think what I want to get to is that Four of Pentacles. First off, the Queen of Cups in Cancer's recent past energies, excuse me, I wanted to say Taurus, so maybe you're dealing with a Taurus, because I just read for Gemini, so I have no reason to have Taurus in my head. What would you like to say about the Queen of Cups in Cancer's recent past energies? For their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose, excuse the noise. After a little bit of R&R and finding some balance in your life, that is when you decided to follow your heart. The Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering, and also praying for a blessing. And that Hierophant is a blessing. He is blessing two people there, in case you didn't notice. So I would imagine it's involving a lover, or it could just be a friend or a family member, especially with that Six of Cups there. Another 6 coming out. So sixes are, sixes are going to be probably showing up for you a lot, I would imagine, during this time. But that is finding perfect balance, knowing who and what to give your energy and time and everything else to, and what not to give to. This is looking really good, so I am a little bit thrown about that Nine of Wands. What is this Nine of Wands all about in Cancer's present energies, please, Spirit? For their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose. Thank you. Okay, this fell onto the past with that Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, but I was asking about the present, so I'm going to take it between the two. This is definitely regarding another person. someone who isn't really like you, because this is the High Priestess and this is the Fool. These two people are going to look at life very differently. They're going to make decisions very differently. So you're wounded over some kind of connection. There's a ton of other positive cards here, so I'm extremely thrown by this Nine of Wands. Why are they feeling like the wounded warrior spirit? What do I need to? Okay, yep, there was the Tower. All right, so you did have a connection that you chose to follow your heart with, and it turned out that connection was not stable. So that tower had to come falling down so that you could rebuild a stable foundation, and that is why you're feeling like the wounded warrior. Okie dokie. How about this Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles in Cancer's upcoming energies? What are all these cards that wanted to come out? Okay. The Magician, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So you are definitely manifesting some kind of stability worth celebrating, and it's going to have you feeling really confident and self-assured, but you're still packing around a little bit of self-imposed restrictions and could also be struggling to trust your intuition. You do have all the tools you need to deal with this, my dear, and you've got the confidence as well. So what are we talking about here with this Eight of Swords in Cancer's upcoming energies? This fell onto the Tower. This might be work related, I suppose. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. I'm not vibing off of that. I'm gonna shuffle again. For Cancer's greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose, may I please know more about that Eight of Swords? I'm sorry, the message just wasn't clear for me on those three cards. Well, you are in a position of power and strength, dear, because now you're showing up in your own reading with the Chariot there. That is Cancer's card. So this means that you need to set yourself apart from something that is behind you that cannot offer you anything anymore. You went to that city, you saw all of the sights, you learned all there was to learn, and there is absolutely nothing left there for you. So it is time to leave it behind you. It is time to set yourself apart. What else on that? I just want that Eight of Swords only, please. The Eight of Swords and the Chariot. Advice for Cancer on the Eight of Swords and the Chariot. There's the Lovers again, and we've got something face down. The Knight of Swords. So you may well could have had an ending in the past with a relationship that once you set yourself apart from that, you're going to have new love come charging on in towards you. Or you could charge towards a new love. Take it how it resonates. What is the advice here for Cancer then, please, for their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose? You got the Hierophant again. So the Hierophant fell where the Nine of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Tower was in your present energies. So this is going to be a blessing. This Tower falling and the letting go of this partnership is going to be a blessing for you. Let's grab this other deck just because there's so many cards out from that first one now. Advice from the Tarot for the Cancer Collective. Thank you. As I just finished saying, there's going to be another relationship coming in to help you expand your mind and expand your horizons after that Tower has fallen. So, and remember that the Lovers and the Hierophant is also your overall general energy. So I think once one door closes, once you close that door, another one's going to swing wide open, and it's going to have you going on a brand new adventure. I am very excited for that. I'm going to just ask one more time. I accidentally split the deck just now without meaning to, and I split it on the Seven of Wands. So that's telling you to just have a little bit of perseverance right now. Let that Tower fall. Let whatever happens need to happen. Be very confident moving forward, because you do have a new partnership coming in as soon as you set yourself apart from that last one. Any more advice from the Tarot for Cancer? Now, You got a knight in shining armor coming in, my darling, to clean up that little bit of a mess that just happened there in the past. Sweet deal. Yeah, okay, so let's get you a Starseed Oracle to potentially help you get that lightning bolt of inspiration to tear down the tower, or to see that you're going to have expansion in the future. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So let's see what Rebecca Campbell has to say regarding this reading. Child of on the Cosmos is on page 46, which adds up to 10, which is the closing of a cycle. There's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it. Because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will, it's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate, or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated, as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells. To remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe. That you have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities there ever were, are, or will be. And to remember that the flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life? Go with the flow, Cancer, because you really are going to be celebrating immediately after that tower has fallen, if it hasn't fallen already, because it is in your present energies. I hope that was helpful. I thank you ever so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.